today's class is about, we have already finished group 1 and group 2, right? We finished the percentage wala set, we finished the entire averages and ratios wala set. But now there were a few topics that were pending, and we thought that today's class we will bunch it all together and finish it. So the first part is going to be us studying installments. आज हम क्या पढ़ेंगे? Installments. We've already learned interest, है ना? Simple interest, compound interest हमने देखा, base logic देखा उसका, everything we saw, है ना? और installment हमने बस introduce किया था. But today we will go and learn कि installments work कैसे करता है, ठीक है? So initially, to give you like a quick introduction or a quick recap rather, because I introduced installments earlier. The concept of installment comes into picture when we sort of take a loan from a bank or make some investment, and we have to pay it back, or we have to get returns in form of it. ना दोनों में installments usually loan के format में use करते, तो मैं loan के reference में ही पढ़ाऊंगी, so that it's easier to understand. So basically, you take a loan, right, and you take that loan for a certain time period for certain rate, and you have to return back some amount, right? What is that amount? Usually in real life, all of these loans operate on compound interest, not on simple interest. So because they operate on compound interest, your amount that you have to return, A, is P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power T. Simple, right? Right? This is the loan that we are supposed to return. But now, let's say you took a loan of 1,000 rupees, right, for a time period of 3 years at a rate of 10%, right? So after 3 years, you are expected to return P into 1 plus R by 100 raised to power 3, right? Is expected to return this, yes, which is how much? 1331 rupees. 11 का क्यूब निकालना पड़ा हमको, right? 1.1 क्यूब है ना? 1.1 क्यूब के हिसाब से हमें निकालना पड़ा कि this is the interest that you will have to pay. Fair? Now the bank is like, wait, if today when you took money from me and you did not have 1,000 rupees, what is the guarantee that 3 years later you will have 1,331 to pay me back? Fair? It's fair for bank to ask you that question. If today you did not have 1,000 rupees, what's the promise that 3 years you will have that money? So then you agree that, okay, I'll make part payments. I'll make part payments. What does that mean? That let's say we agree that every year I'm going to pay you some amount. So T equals to 0, you took 1,000 rupees loan, and at T is equal to 3, you're expected to return 3113 back, right? This is the expectation. Now the bank is like, okay, you do one thing. You do not pay me entire 1331 at the end of T equals to 3, you pay me some X amount after the end of first year, some X amount and some X amount. And this is called as installment. कि एक बार में मत pay करो, installments में pay करो, you pay it back to me in installment of X rupees each. So this is the concept of installment. Now, how do we calculate installment? Fair for bank to want it, right? You cannot return me entire 1331. So you give me in parts, you give me some X, because I'll be sure कि थोड़ा तो पैसा है तुम्हारे पास, फिर थोड़ा सा, so that the amount is also lesser and more payable. And at the same time, I have the guarantee that I'm getting some amount. Like at the end of it, I'm not going entirely broke. Let's say, even if you end up giving me only one installment, it's not that I'm in complete loss after waiting for 3 years. So bank is also thinking that way. You're also, it's convenient for you because now you have to pay chota amount back, right? So this is what the concept of installment looks like. Now, how do you calculate installments? So there are two methods to know how to calculate installment. The base method, the fundamental method, is to understand what is future value of money. Future value of money says that today, whatever the amount, whatever rupee value, that rupee value doesn't stay the same in future. The rupee value doesn't stay the same in future. In this context, we are saying that the money will increase. What do you mean by that? Is, let's say this is my timeline that we just talked about. When at T equals to 0, 1,000 rupees was taken, and at T equals to 3, you're expected to pay this much, but instead you are paying X rupees at end of each year in form of 3 installments. The concept is that this X rupee won't remain X at the end of 3 years. Because when you pay this X money to the bank, this money will also grow. Like this 1,000 rupees grew, 1,000 became 1331. है ना? आज मैंने अगर बैंक से 1,000 रुपीज लिया है, तो मैं 3 साल के बाद 1,000 रुपीज रिटर्न कर रही हूँ क्या बैंक को? No. I am returning more. Am I returning the same? No, I am returning more. Why am I returning more? Because the value of the money increased. So in the same way, this X rupee will also increase. So you tell bank, you see, if I take money from you and you increase it, so I'm also giving you money, X rupees as an installment. It also has to increase. The bank is like, okay, so this X rupee, in this time, it will become X into 1 plus R by 100 raised to power 2. Why 2? Why 2? Because 1 year, 2 year. Over 2 years, it increased, right? ये जैसे क्या था, ये 3 years, 1, 2, 3. This increased over 3 years. That's why we did 1000 into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power 3. This became 1 plus X into 1 plus R by 100 raised to power 2. Same way, this X rupee is also going to increase for 1 year. So this X will become at, so we are calculating everything at T equals to 3. 1 plus R by 100 raised to power 1 only, because 1 year it decreased. And then this X rupee remains X at T equals to 3, right? Now these 3 are the installments you pay. And they all equate to 1331 rupees that you were supposed to return at the end of it. है So then whatever installments you have paid, they all together become 1331 rupees. So the way to calculate it is that your 1331, which was basically your principal into 1 plus R by 100 raised to power 3, let's say R 10% लेके ही calculate करते हैं, easy होगा, है ना? तो तुम्हें ये realize होगा कि R by 100 basically, या तो फिर मैं लिख ही लेती हूँ so that you understand it. So it is 1000 into 1 plus R by 100 raised to power 3, because your 1000 rupees, जो principal जो loan तुमने लिया था, it grew for 3 years and it became 1331 an amount, and that amount is to be paid using these equal installments, 3 installments of X rupees each, wherein my first installment of X rupee became X into 1 plus R by 100 raised to power 2. Second installment became X into 1 plus R by 100 raised to power 1. And third installment was X rupee only, because it was paid at T equals to 3 only. So this is how I calculate, and I'm like, this is 1000 into 1.1 cube, because the rate is 10% we are taking, is equal to X into 1.1 square plus X into 1.1 plus X. This is 1331 is equal to 1.21x plus 1.1x plus x, which is 3.31x. So then that brings me that x is equal to 1331 divided by 3.31. What is the amount I get? What is the amount I get? I'll get 402 के आसपास कुछ, right? What is the amount I'll get? Tell me the answer. Calculator, calculator. You can't do this as such manually. With 3 4s are 1200 होता है, तो इसलिए 13. Yeah, very good. So this is 402.11. This is your answer. So what is the installment you'll have to pay? 402.11. So this is the base calculation of installment using the concept of future value of money. Have you all understood it? समझ गया हमको ये? Send me a thumbs up if you have. This base concept is really important to understand, and you have to understand it conceptually. That why did we do this? Why did we do this? If somebody asks, you should be able to tell. That is because if I'm applying interest on that 1000 which I took from the bank, if I'm giving the bank also, there'll be interest applied on it. And that's why it will become X into 1 plus R by 100 raised to power 2 as a future value of money. Because at the end, I was not supposed to pay this X rupees after 1 year. I was supposed to pay total amount after 3 years. But I'm paying it today. So that needs to be evaluated. What will its value be at T equals to 3? So its value will be X into 1 plus R by 100 raised to power 2. Right? So that value you have to consider, because that value will only match 1331. Because 1331 is not today's value. It is after 3 years. Let's say 2024 में loan लिया, 2027 is the payment. So 2027 का वैल्यू निकालो. तो अगर मैं 2025 में x रुपीस दिया, तो उसका 2027 इक्विवेलेंट वैल्यू निकालो. अगर मैं 2026 में पैसे दिया, उसका 2027 इक्विवेलेंट निकालो. And that is how you match the money. So this is what you should always know. So in installments, you will find these values often. Whenever 3 years EMI is given, wherein there are equal annual payments, right? 3 years loan, 3 years loan, and 3 annual payments, है ना? एक T1, एक T2 और एक T3. तो हमेशा तुम्हारा जो EMI है वो इसी फॉर्मेट में आएगा, 1331 डिवाइडेड बाय, मतलब नॉट इसी फॉर्मेट में, ये तो 1000 था इसीलिए 3.31, एंड इसका वैल्यू तुम्हें ये लर्न होना चाहिए. ठीक है, यहाँ पे प्रिंसिपल मैंने 1000 लिया इसलिए. अगर प्रिंसिपल कुछ और होता, सो दिस ये 1331 क्यों आया? ये 1331 इसलिए आया बिकॉज इट वाज 1000 into 1.31. दिस केम राइट. अगर 1000 नहीं होता तो कुछ और प्रिंसिपल आता. दैट वुड बी सम प्रिंसिपल into 1.31 डिवाइडेड बाय 1.331 ना, 1.331 डिवाइडेड बाय 3.31. अंडरस्टूड? तो ये 0.40211 होता है. 0.402 तक याद रखोगे तो भी चलेगा. ठीक है, दिस यू हैव टू रिमेंबर इन द सेम वे 2 years लोन है and there are 2 annual installments है ना, paid equally. So your EMI will be whatever the principal is into 1.21 divided by 2.1. This is how it will come. ठीक है, so what is 1.21 divided by 2.1? What is it? What is the value? Yes, 0.576. So 1000 होता तो 576 आता. तो ये चीज याद रखो क्योंकि कैलकुलेशन में काम आएगी. दिस इज नॉट पार्ट ऑफ फॉर्मूला, दिस इज जस्ट पार्ट ऑफ कैलकुलेशन दैट वी शुड नो कि थ्री थ्री इयर्स है ना. 3 years मतलब 1.1 क्यूब हुआ, तो 1.1 क्यूब इज 1.331 है ना, एंड 1.1 स्क्वायर इज 1.21, राइट, और उसके डिनोमिनेटर्स रिस्पेक्टिवली, तो ये आंसर आएगा. ठीक है, सो ये हमें लर्न होना चाहिए. बट बेस फंडा इज दिस, इवन इफ यू डोंट नो द वैल्यू, लेट्स से दे से 4 years 5 years, और इफ द इंस्टॉलमेंट्स आर नॉट एनुअल, इंस्टॉलमेंट्स कभी भी हो रहा है, कोई इंस्टॉलमेंट 5 months के बाद हो रहा है, कोई इंस्टॉलमेंट 10 months के बाद हो रहा है, तो अलग अलग पीरियड पे हो रहे हैं, तो हमको अलग अलग पावर लेना पड़ेगा टाइम पीरियड के लिए, तो कैलकुलेशन अलग होगा. ये बस स्टैंडर्ड कैलकुलेशन में तुम्हें बता दिया. ठीक है, हाउ विल बी अकाउंट इफ द, लेट्स से इफ योर इंस्टॉलमेंट्स आर नॉट पीरियोडिक, दे आर नॉट कंसिस्टेंट, कोई इंसान कभी भी पे कर रहा है. लेट्स से योर t equals to 0, your money was 1000 and you were supposed to pay, right? Right? You were supposed to pay this, but installments were not annual. एक इंस्टॉलमेंट भेजा था t equals to 0.5 6 महीने बाद, दूसरा आया, तीसरा आया, और ये चौथा. 4 इंस्टॉलमेंट्स बनी, सपोज सपोज 4 इंस्टॉलमेंट्स बनी. तो सबसे पहले we will be like, if this is annual compounding वाला question, तो you'll be like, okay, this x rupee when it goes here, it has increased for how much period? 2.5 years, right? 2.5 years के लिए तो x into 1 plus r by 100 raised to power 2.5. We can't say that this is, है ना. तो हमने क्या किया था बेसिकली, वॉट एवर द मनी, दिस मनी इंक्रीज फॉर 3 years straight, तो वी डिड रेज टू पावर 3, बट दिस मनी इंक्रीज फॉर 2.5 years, तो इसको रेज टू पावर 2.5. यहाँ पे भेजा हुआ x रुपी is 1 plus x by 100 raised to power 1.5, and this whatever x rupee was paid here increased for 1 year raised to power 1, and if the fourth installment came here, तो इसका वैल्यू तो x ही रहेगा, और इन सबका एडिशन, टोटल एडिशन will be equated with 1331. इस सबका एडिशन will be equated with, this is the total amount you paid and you were supposed to pay itna, so then this is how you find the value of x. Understood? So ये method is applicable for any sort of periodic time period. Let's say they would have said कि your money is not compounding annually, it is compounding every 6 months. By the way, you understood this, right? ये इतना समझा ना तुमको, यहाँ क्या हुआ एंड हमने कैसे अकाउंट फॉर लिया, राइट? तो अगर इसकी जगह पे अगर उन्होंने बोला कि तुम्हारा जो कंपाउंडिंग है वो बाय एनुअली हो रहा था, सेमी एनुअली, बाय एनुअली की जगह सेमी एनुअली लिखती हूँ, मतलब once every 6 months, right? Then you're like, okay, this 1000 rupees was taken, and if it is to be paid at t equals to 3, इसका वैल्यू 1000 into 1 plus, like suppose रेट तुम्हारा 10% पर एनम ही है, राइट? तो you're like ये 5 आएगा, राइट? 5 by 100 raised to power 6. Do you remember why? Because अगर सेमी एनुअल कंपाउंडिंग है तो मैं 6 months इक्विवेलेंट रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट लूंगी, which will be 5, and time period will be 6. 3 years is equal to 6 half years, right? That's why that, and that amount I need to match. How I'll match it? Let's say your first installment is coming at 6 months, ऊपर वाला केस ही अगर ऐसी इंस्टॉलमेंट्स है तो ओके, दिस x रुपी दैट आई हैव पेड, इसकी वैल्यू बन जाएगी x into 1 plus 5 upon 100 raised to power 5. क्यों? बिकॉज 2.5 years, 2.5 years को इंटू 2 करेंगे हम, सेमी एनुअल कंपाउंडिंग है इसलिए, तो रेस्ट टू पावर 5. दिस x रुपीज मतलब ये कितना था, 1.5 ईयर के लिए ग्रो कर रहा है, 1.5 ईयर के लिए ग्रो कर रहा है, मतलब हाउ मेनी हाफ इयर्स? 3. दिस x इज ग्रोइंग फॉर 1 year, मतलब हाउ मेनी हाफ इयर्स? 2. एंड द लास्ट इंस्टॉलमेंट x रुपीज हियर रिमेन्स x, और इन सबका कैलकुलेशन, इन सबका टोटल इज इक्वल टू दिस टोटल दैट यू वर सपोज्ड टू पे. So this is the fundamental concept behind how installments are calculated. Clear? Clear? Very good. So intelligent. Very, very good. Very, very good. So this is how we fundamentally ask. Usually CAT एग्जाम में इतना कॉम्प्लिकेट करते नहीं है. अगर उनको हाईएस्ट कॉम्प्लिकेशन करना होगा तो सेमी एनुअली बोलेंगे, बट टाइम पीरियड सेम रहेंगे, पीरियोडिकली ही पे हो रहा है. बट अगर उनको बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड करना है तो व्हाट आई टोल्ड यू इज द हाईएस्ट लेवल installments can go. That is the highest level installments can go. That your payments are happening half a 3 months later, 6 months later, 7 months later, 10 months later. So what we always do is whatever time period you have paid, you calculate कि जो actual जहाँ पे पे करना था t equals to 3 years later पे करना था, तब तक how do I increase it, right? How do I increase what rate and what time period value do I take? That is it. ठीक है.